cut to sorry. So cut to like oh, please don't ask me why I'm wearing a bucket hat. My hair's a mess. Please allow it to happen. Please allow this to happen. Dumelang, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. What do I say to my random thoughts? Dumelang, and welcome back to Random Thoughts. My name is Lindiwe Tlameni. Y'all can call me crazy. And welcome back. If you're new here, then it's just welcome, not welcome back. So today I'm doing a little story time. Yes, I know, once again. I'm not getting ready this time, I'm just putting on my earrings. As you will see, I have a lot. So, earring number 1 down. So, around grade 7, I want to say. Grade 7. I was like, I'm grown, mom. Because I was 13. It's like, mom, I want to start dating. And so she's like, do you want to date? Because, you know, everyone else is dating, or is there someone you like? But I don't want to tell her that there was someone I liked. So I was just like, no, I just want to start dating because everybody else is dating. She even got my aunt to talk to me. My aunt was like, Nana, do you actually want to date because there's someone there? Or do you want to date because, you know, everyone is dating? And it's like, everyone is dating, I'm old enough, I should be able to date. And both of them were like, no, if your group of friends jumped off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff? And I was like, okay, whatever. But what they didn't know is I was dating this guy on the low, right? So I started dating this guy. And I mean, we were young. I was 13. My mom tells me, no, let's revisit this when you're 15. I'm like, whatever. I'm out here dating this boy. Cut to like 2 years later, I'm now 15. I'm in grade 9. You know, but me and this boy have been on and off like the past 2 years. My first dating experience, my first love, my first everything, first boy I kissed, first person I thought this was love with, you know. And as I say, we've been on and off for 2 years. At 15 years old, I'm like, Mom, can I date now? She's like, no, I think you must wait until you're older. I said, Mom, you said I should wait until I'm 15. Mother, I'm 15 years old. I think I deserve to date. Let me date. She's like, oh, I said that. I'm like, yes, you said that. She's like, oh, okay. Well, is there anyone you want to date, or do you just want to get permission to start dating? I'm like, well, there's this boy or whatever. He lives down the street. So my mom knows this boy because like we grew up together, right? We lived in the same street, so there was a bunch of us, so we all knew each other. And so she's like, oh no, him? Oh no, he's too young for you, my mom says. He's too young for you. I said, Miss Ma'am, the boy is 17. What do you mean he's too young for me? My mom said, no, he seems immature. You're a very mature little girl, so date up, like date higher in age. And I was like, I mean, I don't know about that or whatever, but I continue seeing this guy on and off, whatever. We broke things off. I saw other people, but there was always that thing between me and him. So, cut to now I'm in matric. We dated. Then we broke up. Then he's like, listen, I'm moving away to another country. Girl, he said another country. I said, you mean like another province? He said to another country. I said, oh, okay. Okay. So he tells me, listen, me and you've got something here, and I'm not going to leave this country till I know that we at least gave it one more shot. I said, so how's this gonna work if you are all those kilometers away from me? Like, when will we see each other, talk to each other, whatever? He's like, Lindy, you're my first love. You know what it is between us, and it'll always be that way. So we should dig this. And I was like, you know what, you might be right. Let's do this. So we start dating. At some point, we are off again. Then I start dating this one guy, and then I felt bad because I felt like I broke up with him, other country guy, first love, because I was too scared to maintain a long distance relationship. Guys, I'm a child at that time. I'm like 17 years old. But I'm like, long distance, it's too much, or so I've heard. So then, isn't this the cutest? Isn't this the cutest? Anyway, so I'm like, nah, I broke up with him. So I started dating this one guy. And then when me and this one guy start dating, we set a date to go to the matric farewell together. Well, yeah, we say like we're gonna be each other's dates. Then at some point I changed my mind again. Matric was hectic for me. Then at some point I changed my mind again and I'm like, actually, I think I broke up with that guy too soon. He really is like my first love and I don't think it's right that I broke up with him to be with you just because I'm scared. So I break up with the trick farewell guy to pursue things with the other guy now, with my first love. Because he's my first love or whatever. So then, okay, sharp, but some time rolls by, we write our mid years or whatever. I'm kind of flirting with matric farewell guy, but I'm like, but you know what it is? Like, I'm in a relationship with my first love. So he's like, I bet at some point we kind of respect, each other's boundaries or whatever it is that you do at that age. And then we realize, but now matric farewell is coming up. So are we still going to the farewell together or what? Because if you're in a relationship with your first love, is your first love going to be okay with you going to the farewell with me? The thing is, I never told my first love that I dated matric farewell guy in betwixt. As far as he knew, I was single and then I got back with him. But whatever. I was young and naive, guys. So, Shapo, so then we decide, and at this point, there is no turning back. Who else am I going to go to the matric farewell with? We had the same vision. We wanted bikes. I was going to be in a red dress. It was a whole thing. And we were like real good friends. So we were like, okay, cool. Let's so my girl. So I tell my first love, he's all the way in another country at this point. I'm like, listen, sir, matric farewell's coming up. I hope this is not awkward. Like, I'm gonna go with this guy. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. And I remember even when I went for my makeup, like how they do a trial before the actual day or whatever. I remember sending him pictures and being like, I look like a ghost. I told this lady I want a dark eye, a light lip, and she gave me like light pink, and she made it was a mess, guys, and I just had powder everywhere. I looked like a ghost, and I remember him teasing me, being like, well, then you'll be the ghost of the matric farewell, and it's going to be great and wonderful, and these are very fond memories I have of him. Because that's how he was. We grew up together. Please understand, me and this guy didn't just off the bat, we're into each other. We grew up together. We were friends for a long time. So we had that kind of banter. Wow. So, okay, Shapo, our matric farewell was in September. So it's now before the final exams in matric. So we go to the farewell. It is a disaster. That should be another story time. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy the way I thought I would. Let's put it that way. It was a good day. Just a lot of things went wrong, and altogether, my feelings after the night, I was just like, eh. Anyway, so I tell him about it. Oh, it was great. I didn't go to the after party. Actually, there was an after party, but I didn't go to the one at the club. I went somewhere else. There was a house party somewhere else. Anyway, that's a long story besides the point. I'm telling him all of this, and he's like, okay, cool, yeah, no, it sounds like a good time. But then, at this point, I see him drawing back more and more, and I'm like, okay, so what would happen was I'd have to wake up around 3 o'clock, and then there where he was around 7 p.m. So I wake up at 4 a.m. So usually I wake up at 5 a.m. to get ready for school, but then I'd have to wake up like an hour or two earlier. And then when he was done with school or practice or whatever it is that he was doing, then we could video call each other. So there was Skype and Facebook. I think it was Facebook, Skype, and this was a long time ago. I think it was Skype and Facebook where we could video call each other. And of course we had WhatsApp. So, but WhatsApp didn't have video calling at the time. So those were my three ways of, getting a hold of him and Facebook Messenger. And so more and more he was drawing back. I'd ask him questions that'd be one worded. I tell him about my day, he wouldn't tell me about his unless I asked. There were just like weird things that I didn't understand. And again, we were friends from the very beginning. So despite, through our ups and downs in our relationship, we were always friends, right? So I was just like, bruv, first love, what's up? And he's like, nah, it's nothing, I'm just stressed, yada, yada, yada. School's not going great, other things are not going great. He went there on a scholarship. So his scholarship things were also like, long story, but he wasn't having a good time. And so I was like, okay, talk to me. I'm here, make time for you, boy. I'm trying to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to try to talk to you. And even sometimes not even a video call, I just get to call him. But, like hearing his voice, bruv, I was invested. I should have known then I'm a sucker for love. But like, I'm invested. I'm here for you if you need me. So he's like, yeah, sharpo. At some point, I get done with matric. And now I'm in varsity. So I'm so excited. I'm moving to a new city. Yeah, baby. Varsity life. So, before that, I skipped a part. Before that. So September is my matric farewell. Then he starts drawing back. October, one morning, I think I was like cross-nighting or something, and at some point I'm like, oh, these books, oh my gosh, I can't. Go to Facebook, change my relationship status. Lindiwe Dlamini is in a relationship with First Love. And I put it on there, and I'm like, I text him, I message him on Messenger. Hey, I changed our status. This is a big deal. Should I not be doing this? I'm delirious with sleep, because even though everyone knew we were a thing, it was never out there in the public of the Facebook. And back then, Facebook was huge. Facebook was like everything. If it said you're single on Facebook, you were single. If you said, I don't even think we had it's complicated on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? So I changed my status to in a relationship, and he doesn't answer. I go to sleep at some point though. At like 6, because I remember I took a bath first. Then I check my phone afterwards. I get a message on my inbox. It says, girl, and listen, it says, please stop tagging me in your feed. Me and you have never been and will never be a thing. Just all sorts of, I don't know what the F is going on. What you mean we know that thing? I was just like, sir, excuse me, what do you mean? Were you drunk? I don't understand. Go to the post where I posted Lindiwe Dlamini is in a relationship. There are about 3 people who say, congratulations, mate. Oh, we've always known. Love this for you. I don't know what they said, but like 3 people who were like, yeah. And then another message from him, his account, saying, me and Lindiwe have never been and will never be in a relationship. She is crazy. I said, now I don't understand.